What is up, everybody? It is your girl Nia, the video game her, and this is another episode of Team Red Talks Nintendo, episode number 62. But before we get into these topics, man, let's go ahead and introduce our panel. So I want to start with Coupon. Coupon, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself to the people? Let them know what you've been gaming on and all of that stuff, man.
Hello, everybody. You probably can't hear me because my voice is a little out of it. I've been under the weather today. But, I just don't want to end Persona. I'm so scared.
You don't have to raise your voice, by the way. I can turn you up on Discord. So if you can't strain your voice, don't strain your voice.
No, I'm not straining. But I've been playing on Persona. I'm just talking into the mic right now. Okay. So I've been playing a little bit of Persona. I'm stalling. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm stalling like hell.
Woman, so we can talk about it.
Oh my gosh.
Fine. Okay. How about this?
2 weeks now.
Because I'm stalling, I really like. Anyway, so I'll finish it this weekend. That'll be the deal. I'll finish it this weekend. I have Shadow of the Colossus, so I plan on streaming a little bit of that tomorrow. And then after I stream that, I'm not streaming no more because I'm gonna finish that game because that's just my life. Because I love that game. Oh, the memories. Anyway,
I might scoop it at some point. I had it on the PS3, but around that time, that's when the PS4 was coming out. So I gave my PS3 to my brother. So I didn't get to finish it.
This is my first time playing.
Yeah, I played 10 minutes.
You never played it before?
I never owned a PS3. And I skipped it on the PS2 because I didn't know about it.
Okay, gotcha.
I had the Shadow of the Colossus and Eco collection, but I didn't get to play it.
This is my love. This is one of my love. This is one of my love games. I love this game to death. But I'm glad that they remade it. So I was super excited when they announced it. So I got that on sale with the Best Buy. You can get it for under $30 or something like that over at Best Buy with Gamer Club Unlocked. So there's that. It's a good deal for you guys. You know how I be struggling. Got to save y'all some money. I finished that a while ago, and I was playing a little bit of Sonic Mania, some other random games here and there for the most part. But I'll finish Persona, then I'll get into get some more Shadow of the Colossus, and probably hit up that weird ass freaking Getting Over It game with Vinny Fodder.
That Getting Over It game looks crazy.
That shit is hilarious. The controls on that. Weird. The controls are stupid as fuck because you're just using your mouse and you can't do shit. You're just using your mouth and you're like, what the fuck is this? Oh my god, I rage quit my stream like I said I would because I didn't think I was, but it was you know what? I don't have time for this. Who does this? Who literally tortures themselves with a fucked up piece of shit game like that? Screw
that. Getting Over It game is one of those games that you're supposed to rage to. It's no point to the game other than to make you feel
raging. But then they got the speedrunners who can just go through it like nothing's wrong, and then the rest of us normal people just no. I couldn't even get over the tree for a good minute.
Crazy. I saw that. I was watching you struggle trying to get over that tree.
What is this fucking tree? I had to restart, got stuck on the tree and all this shit. Fuck this damn game.
That's hilarious, to be honest.
Well, that's what I've been doing, at least.
Alright, Alex, man. What's been going on with you and what you been gaming on?
Beasting on Mario Kart. I won the last tournament, of course.
Oh
obviously.
My god.
With his freaking game genie.
With his game genie.
I am the best and I cannot be beat. Other than that, I was playing some Golf Story, but then Shadow of the Colossus came out yesterday. Oh, this is a beautiful game. It has PS4 Pro enhancement, so I'm playing this in my precious 60 frames per second. Unlike Kirby Star Allies,
which we will talk about.
We'll talk about that, fucking DDD, you swole ass bitch. Alright, but other than that, that's all I've been playing. I'll play some more Shadow of Colossus tonight. This game is dope. Like I was saying earlier, I've never played this before. I don't have that connection to Shadow of Colossus that a lot of people do. But I'm enjoying it. I like it.
I'm glad you are. I am glad you are, because it's a good game.
That's what's
I saw some other guys who are shitting on the game.
Stop.
It's short, but I think it's a great game. But yeah, the graphics are beautiful. I was watching a comparison from PS2 to PS4.
Oh my god, big upgrade.
My god, we have come a long way.
That was a big upgrade.
Now that is a remake.
That's how you do a remake.
Yeah. And it's only $40. It's not like some of these Wii U ports, which cost $60 when they used to be $50.
Oh my
god!
You get a Funky Kong, but you know
and you only get the Funky Kong easy mode.
That Funky Kong is worth every bit of that $10. You shut your mouth right now, Alex.
I'm gonna need this fangirl to get out of our podcast. Where's Mia?
Funky Kong is worth every bit of that $9.99 plus tax.
Speaking of $9.99, get all those Xbox exclusives for $9.99 because ain't nobody buying them. Let's go.
Wow. Anyways, send all of your hate mail to Actives in Gaming.
You know where he lives.
So I have been playing, y'all already know what I've been playing. I've been playing Monster Hunter World. And I also happened upon this really weird indie game on the eShop that came out last week called Night in the Woods. And let me tell y'all. Okay, so first of all, I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I didn't read up on Night in the Woods before I bought it. I just bought it.
I just bought it
because I really like the art style. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like the art style. I love that. I think it's so creative, and there's nothing else on the eShop that looks like it.
A walking simulator game?
And that's where I'm going with this. So just wait. Just you wait.
Night in the Woods.
Night in the Woods. So when I bought the game, I bought it with the assumption that, okay, this is probably just a nice little, platformer with a nice little story or something like that. So I started playing the game, and it ain't. It is a walking game.
I'm looking at it.
But let me tell you, though, I'm not gonna lie, I like it, man. And I don't think I would have bought this game if I actually read up on it first, because I'm not with those story games where you just walk around and you interact with stuff like that. But
doesn't it deal with like depression or something?
I don't know yet, because I'm still I'm not that far in yet, but something is up, but I haven't uncovered it yet. Like what this game kind of feels like to me at this current juncture, it's giving me like this very Earthbound vibe. Have y'all played Earthbound before?
No.
It gives me like this very like Earthbound vibe where like it's around, revolving around these young people. There is something weird going around in their little small town, but we don't know what's going on yet. But something weird is happening, is what I'm trying to say here.
So basically, there's some things is going down.
Something is happening.
You gotta get to the bottom of it.
But I don't know yet. So I'm still like I'm finally at like the climax where like I'm about to.
Well, you about to.
I'm about to find out, right?
Okay.
And that's what makes it interesting to me. And I don't really like games like this, but something about this game, man, I really, really like this game, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how it pans out, man. But yeah, man, that's crazy. Like I inadvertently tried a genre I would have never touched ever just because I like the art style, which is wild. 2 games that I picked up but I haven't had a chance to play yet was Dandara and Mercenary Kings Reloaded. So I will be checking them joints out soon. I have them on the Switch, and whenever I'm not playing Monster Hunter, I'm on the Switch in the bed, and that's when I play Night in the Woods and stuff like that. So yeah, man, nice little pickups on the eShop. It's getting real hard to ignore all these indies, to be honest. Like, it's getting real hard to ignore some of these games. Like, I guess I feel a little bit more comfortable to drop bread because, I'm done paying for my braces, so I'm feeling a little boss-like, you feel me? So I picked up a couple of indies and I feel like I'm soccer balling. That's all I'm gonna say.
She said soccer balling.
So, you know what I'm saying? So I had to scoop those and show my support, especially for Dandara, because
why is M. Bison on your screen?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, this thing looks like M. Bison. What the fuck?
M. Bison, huh?
One of the Dandara bosses.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
But I had to scoop it because Dandara has, like, the actual character is like a real character. She's like an Afro-Brazilian character who was actually like a real-life freedom fighter in the 17th century who was helping, like, slaves escape. So I was actually really interested in the character, even though the game is not about that. It's more like a fantastical take on, her deeds and whatnot. So I'm really interested in getting a chance to actually play that. Anyway, so I don't want to take out too much time away from the actual topics themselves. So I'm going to go ahead and move on to our first topic of tonight, where supposedly coming from Takashi Mochizuki, I guess that's how you say this man's name. Mochizuki. He's the man. Yeah, he's the man who works at the Wall Street Journal, and he gives us a tea on what's going on with a lot of what's going on in the Japanese industry and kind of how it relates to the West. So I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of an excerpt on basically what he has said. So he says on Twitter, this is Square Enix at their earnings press conference. No big title releases are currently planned from Square Enix from January to March, meaning that Dragon Quest XI for the West and Octopath Traveler would be sometime in the fiscal year 2018 after April. And it feels Japan-made RPG is getting positive feedback these days for their design and stories, which is actually pretty true, because after the Octopath Traveler released last year, like everybody was talking about how good it was, and it was good. I did play it. It was good. So that's a little bit of news for y'all. It's kind of like a non-release announcement, but at least we know that they do plan on having these games drop in the West sometime this year. So hopefully, you know what I'm saying, we don't have to wait too long, you know what I'm saying, because I really do want to get my hands on Dragon Quest XI especially. I really am looking forward to that. Anyways, next topic. So, to those of you guys though, Masahiro Sakurai, he is the person who is the director for Super Smash Brothers, and that's pretty much what he's most known for, even though he's done other projects, like he's worked with the Kirby games, and he's also done Kid Icarus Uprising on a 3DS, which is amazing. So he has come out and said in a recent interview that in his next project, he's going to take more of a consulting role, and this is what the article says, okay? The article says, as we already know, Sakurai puts his heart and soul into his games, and this approach has caused him problems in the past. So that's exactly what I want to talk about. I have real beef with Sakurai. Like,
Nia has murder beef.
Like real life beef. Like Sakurai, like he's a brilliant guy. I feel like, in my opinion, if Sakurai was just given the reins, and if he wasn't such a crybaby,
yeah,
he has so much potential to be like Nintendo's Kojima, in my opinion, because he's so like creative and out there, and like he works his ass off. You know what I'm saying? But one thing that I don't like about Smash Brothers, one thing that I don't like about Sakurai,
I'll be right back,
is how much he cries. He cries. He is one of the most crybaby developers ever. And I'm happy that his next role is going to be more of a consulting role than a hands-on.
The funny thing about him is that he'll sit up there and whine and bitch and moan and cry, and ain't nobody got no guns to his head. Ain't nobody forcing him to do anything. He is doing all that on his own free will. Nobody told you to work overtime on those Smash Brothers. Nobody told you to be all hours of the night trying to get these games done. I appreciate it. Ain't no doubt.
Exactly.
Definitely appreciate it. But ain't nobody had no gun to your head, strapped you to the seat, and said, get this shit done, or your wife and kids is gone, or
exactly.
something. Ain't nobody said none of that. So what, like, dude, take a consultant, do your little consultant shits, calm the hell down, and come back. Like,
and when
do what you need to do, I guess.
Exactly.
But stop whining about it like you didn't, like you was held hostage or some shit.
And when you start consulting, don't try to take over the reins. Let people do their job.
That's exactly what he's gonna do.
Let people do their job.
Writing on the wall. Watch, we gonna get articles of his consulting, air quotes here. We're gonna get some articles of him consulting, and there are gonna be articles talking about how Sakurai is overtaking is slowly trying to overtake the project, or he's undermining the person in charge, or blah blah blah. Dude, you better calm your tits. Please don't do that.
You know he gonna do it.
If you gonna consult, you better stick strictly to consulting, because if you do that dumbness, it's not gonna look good.
He's gonna do it. And here's the thing. Here's the thing too. When they were working on Super Smash Brothers 4. Okay, well here's the thing. Sakurai has like this hand condition. I think he's been in the industry for so long. He's developed some kind of hand condition. I don't know if it's some kind of arthritis or like carpal tunnel or something like that. And he's developed some kind of hand condition that affects his work. When they were making Super Smash Bros. 4, he would literally, you know, the people who like work on like the hitboxes and hit the text and stuff like that, he literally would like get them off of the station, and then he would do it to make sure that it's perfect. You know, it's like stuff like that. It's like, I can't feel sympathy for this dude.
You know what else about him? Like, he's so good at what he does, and I don't shit him not on his talents. He's good at what he does, but your talents are wasted on you as you get older, and you will not sit up. His thing is, he's not willing to hand over his talents to others. To enable others to take some of that wealth of knowledge that he has, so that other generations can pick it up. Because you're doing nothing but getting older, dude. You're getting nothing but older, and the older you get, the more things people forget, the more your body misfunctions or dysfunctions and all that stuff. It's just the more things are gonna happen against your will with your body, your mind, all that stuff. Share some of the wealth. Give some of these younger developers that knowledge, so we can have these games for future generations and stuff like that. But if you're constantly, you know, elbowing people out the way, I got this, and you can't do nothing right, you got to do it yourself type of mentality, ain't nobody gonna learn nothing.
Exactly.
You pushing people off of projects, and they just watching you do it, but they don't know what's going on. Like, show them, be like, hey, I'm not going to take you off of this, but let me show you how I would do it, and maybe you could pick up on that or something. Like, share the wealth, dude. Calm your fucking
And hopefully that's what he's about to do, because if he's going to take more of a consulting role, he's going to basically be like what Miyamoto did with like the people who made like Splatoon and like Animal Crossing and all of these other new games, ARMS and all of that
stuff. Probably thrives off stress.
He seems like the kind of person who thrives off of stress.
I was just answering the one named show in the comments. He was like, how Sakurai stay so young? I'm like,
he thrives off of shit.
He thrives off that stress and drama.
But yes, hopefully what he's doing in this next game is exactly what Coupon said. Do what Miyamoto has been doing, because Miyamoto, he's easily working himself out of game development. He's currently working on the new Mario movie that Illumination and Universal Studios are going to be working on. So hopefully Sakurai will finally stop being a crybaby and consult and direct and tell people what to do,
or something to like work to somebody he can give at least all his knowledge to. I want him to have a protege, so that way that person can take on his projects that he normally would do, and then if they need some help, they can give him a phone call or something, be like, yo, kind of forgot about something or need some help with something, or what would you do with this, you know, type of deal. Because he needs to the consulting thing is a good idea, because it's his way of getting out of the gaming, I guess, side of things, and all that
more
stuff.
Like direction.
Be more like of a director as opposed to kind of like what on the project
was the Zelda director. I love this man. I don't remember his name at the moment. Anuma. That's what Anuma does. He takes what is in his brain and he instructs his team to do what is in his brain. That's what Sakurai needs to do. And to be honest, I kind of want somebody else to direct Smash Brothers. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I like Smash Brothers, but considering how the community is responding to Smash Brothers and how they're slowly kind of making it more casual, I think there needs to be somebody else with a new
and
fresh intake.
Just things like with Smash on the Wii, we had a story mode.
Exactly.
He had a fucking hissy fit because people were spoiling the story, so now there's no more story mode.
Exactly. We need somebody with tougher skin so stuff like that doesn't happen. Because one of the reasons why
that's why we didn't have a story mode.
Because he had a
what
hissy
kind
fit
of childish shit is that?
Because the Wii version, people were putting the spoilers on the story online.
But that's one of the main reasons why I like the Wii version, because I love Subspace Emissary.
This is what we do. Like, you're just like with Atlas and their dumbness trying to hide Persona 5. Niggas didn't care. They were out there throwing it on the internet anyway. Like, it's just gonna happen, so get over it. Like, what kind of baby BS is that?
So basically what I think we've all kind of come to the conclusion that if he takes more of a consulting role, that would be much better. Get somebody fresh and new, like somebody like what's the director for ARMS, the one who was beasting at E3. God dang.
I can't remember his name.
That man, let him do Smash Brothers. Give some fresh blood to this franchise. Cause Sakurai, he does the most with this. Yeah. And then get somebody to make a new Kid Icarus because he don't want to make a sequel.
He doesn't want to do it. Like,
he's one of those kind of people like, oh, I made this piece of art, let it stand on its own. Like, no, we need a sequel.
Right. No. We need, get another project manager on that.
Yeah, my thing with Sakurai is like, I don't understand why it seems like he's unwilling to let anyone else make the game.
Yeah, we were just talking about that too.
Maybe he's just a little too arrogant and he doesn't think anyone else can do it. But let's be honest, it's just a fucking fighting. Like, anybody who works at Nintendo can make this game. Let's be real.
That's true.
So, like, he doesn't have to have the entire burden where now he's 40 years old and he has the fingers of a 90-year-old. So he's
Sakurai. Oh,
Sakurai.
He's all like, oh, my hands, my hands.
My hands.
Like, if your hands obviously ain't that bad off if you still pushing people off projects to do it yourself. It ain't that bad.
Because, like, Miyamoto's like, what, 70?
Yeah.
Like, this dude cries
he's
more
47.
than Miyamoto. Yeah. So
like, you're not that old, dude.
You still got some youngness in you.
He's only 47. And, I don't understand why he can't at least find a protege and kind of maybe show them and like wean them into making the game, and then he can step back and be the director. So it's still his vision, but he doesn't have to manually do the work. Like
exactly, and put a story mode in Super Smash Bros. 5. Put a story mode in Smash 5, please, and thank you.
Please give us emissaries.
All right, so moving on, and more game development news in regards to Nintendo. Boy. There were only 40 developers who made Xenoblade Chronicles 2.
Huh, interesting.
So, let me tell you what's been going on. So, the article says, Xenoblade Chronicles 2 director Tetsuya Takahashi was recently interviewed by Japanese publication Denny Femi Nico Gamer. I guess that's how you say that.
What name is that?
I don't know, but it's a very interesting one. One of the things we learned is that Monolith Soft's Tokyo studio has around 100 developers. That's it? Dang, and they made Xenoblade Chronicles X? Boy. Anyway, however, there were only 40 developers from Monolith Soft working on Xenoblade Chronicles 2. 50 to 60 Monolith developers went to Nintendo to aid them in developing The Majestic, The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. The remaining 10 staff members were involved in research and development. Research and development. Xenoblade Chronicles X2?
X2, please.
X2, please. For comparison's sake, there were over 100 developers in total working on The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. So Xenoblade Chronicles 2 had a much smaller number. So y'all haven't had a chance to play Xenoblade Chronicles 2 yet.
I haven't, but I haven't played it.
But you haven't played it yet. I have some slight gripes with Xenoblade Chronicles 2, but the fact that 40 developers made this game is actually hella impressive. Like, it actually is hella impressive.
If that's true, I give them props, claps to that. Claps. If it's not true, okay, it still looks like it's still a decent game. I mean, okay, more developers.
It doesn't have as big of a world as X2, as X
Yeah,
did,
it definitely doesn't.
But it's still pretty, like, that it's still... I'll put it like this. It looks,
I mean, from what I was looking at, it's still gorgeous and it's still quite open and beautiful and big for what it's worth. Like, each of the different monsters that you're at, their backs on, like, they did a good job with that for how big a scale it is, looking at it. Because it does look like a big scale game.
Yes.
Even though it's probably smaller than
Yes. And Jerry Totten in Alex's chat made a great point. Monolith Soft is currently working on their next game. And I'm so excited.
I'm sorry, y'all. I just need X2.
I'm so excited. Anyway, I want to end this little side note on saying that that's actually really impressive. There are some signs, though, that it probably was a little undercooked because sometimes the frame rate and the resolution dips in portable mode. But that being said, for the developers making a game that large scale and getting it out on time, I commend them for that.
That's impressive.
That is impressive. Okay, so moving on, since we're talking about game development still, Kirby Star Allies will primarily run at 30 frames per second.
Unplayable.
How y'all feel about that?
Unplayable. Can't even play it.
Mine, the article won't load.
The article won't load for you?
Oh, mine did. Okay, here we go.
So,
All right, there we go.
Yeah,
I will say this. I will say this. We've talked about this on the podcast before. We over here at Team Red, we treasure frame rate more than we treasure resolution.
Graphics, like graphics over frame rate.
I like
graphics.
I like art style, but I like best a game that runs faster and smoother.
Running game. If it runs smoothly and it has beautiful art style, more the better. But I can handle it not being as very pretty as opposed to it running wonky. I'd rather it look a little jaded than it running all wonky and me falling off the sides or falling through the floor or whatever else happens to it. Like that over graphics. Like, let's be honest, does anybody really want graphics better in your game and your character constantly running through walls or getting stuck on something or some game-breaking bug? I mean, well, hey, that's them, but not me, bruh. I'm sorry, I can't.
But here's the thing, though. Even though I prefer my games to run smoother, 30 frames is not unplayable to me. So those of you in the chat who are saying that, it's not unplayable. I will still play it.
Oh, I was just playing. I'm still getting it.
I love Kirby. I want to play with Kirby, so I'm still getting the game.
I'm pretty sure it'll still run nicely. It's just, damn it.
But it's a little disappointing because from what we have seen, even though it's a beautiful game, it doesn't look like anything that's pushing the boundaries, is what I'm saying.
What the fuck is holding this game back? Like,
that's honestly what I'm saying. Like, there doesn't look like there's anything that is holding it back from being lazy. Faster.
That's all this says to me.
Either that or this game is rushed.
I feel like it's probably rushed.
Either it was rushed or it's just them. Both of them, actually. It's rushed and lazy.
And this is coming from people who play primarily Nintendo. And the reason we talk about frame rate is because Nintendo games generally run x 60 frames per second.
Yeah.
Which is why their
games
are smoother than the competition. Zelda's always 30. But a lot of the times, even Kirby on the Wii with Return to Dreamland, that's 60 frames per second. The one on the Wii U, which was a shit game anyways, that one was 30. Was that 60?
No. Yeah,
I think that was 30.
Was it 30? I thought it was 60.
That was 30 because they went with that weird claymation thing.
Yeah, that's true. They wanted to give that whole claymation.
The claymation.
You're right.
Yeah.
So they made it 30 on purpose for that one. I still thought that was stupid. But this game...
It's not doing anything spectacular.
There's nothing spectacular about it. The game looks fun. Obviously, the game looks good, but not that good.
It's not it's not graphically demanding.
It's not
graphically demanding.
It doesn't look any better than the Wii U game. The animation one. And we saw Yoshi. Yoshi looks way better than this game.
Apparently Yoshi's running at 60.
Of course.
Yoshi
didn't go mess with those 30 frames per second.
So why you fucking with my boy Kirby? He can't run that. I don't understand.
The only thing I can think of is this game has 4-player co-op, right?
Mm-hmm. But it would make more sense if it's 60 by yourself, but then 30 when it's co-op. Mm-hmm. But it's like, I feel like instead of making a game that will run 60 by itself and then 30 frames, they just kept it
yourself, though, because even if you're playing by yourself, you still have CPU.
You still have some
true.
Yeah.
Maybe they just didn't want to go through the trouble. They didn't want to go through the trouble to try to make it.
I don't know. It's annoying. It just seems lazy to me.
That's alright. I'll just get the freaking Switch, whatever the heck, thingy, and play it on PC when they
the only good thing about this with it being on Kirby is Kirby is not a super fast platforming game.
Yeah, no, it's not. So
it's not a huge deal because Kirby's really floaty anyways.
True.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it's late.
It just seems kind of.
We're living in a post Mario Odyssey world, which
is 60 frames.
Looks better than this game. It's open world and it's 60 FPS, and it's on the same console, and they're both made from the ground up for the Switch. So I'm just saying. When you look at it that way, this looks really lazy.
True.
And it's a $60 game. If it was a $40 game, which I think it should be a $40 game anyway,
me too.
then I wouldn't say a damn word about it. But it's a $60 game, and you're getting frames like this cut in half. Zelda, I get it. Zelda's very expensive, but this is a small platform, guys.
Well, you'll be done with this in less than a day, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I was done with that Kirby shit game on the Wii U in one day.
Yeah, well, I'm not skipping console Kirby because it's 30 frames. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm not either. None of us are skipping. We didn't say all that, but still.
saying it's lazy. That's all.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying. Some people are like, really? What? Like, yeah. I mean, I'm disappointed, but I ain't skipping. So you know what I'm saying. Still don't get it. Kirby's just too adorable, and King DDD is just too beastly and swole.
DDD is swole, y'all. He is swole.
Oh man! All right, so let's go ahead and move on to the next topic. So this is just more so kind of letting you guys know what is coming to the Switch. So to those of you guys who are familiar with Curve Digital, they publish and make a lot of great small indie games, and they've got another one in the pipeline called Smoke and Sacrifice. So I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a blurb on Smoke and Sacrifice to kind of give you some insight into what this game is all about. On a frozen wasteland of a world, a small patch of fertile land survives thanks to the blessing of the Sun Tree. After sacrificing her son, Sachi discovers a darker secret lurking beneath its benevolent light. As she ventures into a hidden land where the very air threatens to steal her life and memory, will Sachi ever discover the truth of what happened to her son? Smoke and Sacrifice is an open-world narrative-driven RPG where exploiting living ecosystems is the way to your survival. Craft, fight, survive, and explore in your quest for truth. So I just thought this looked really interesting. I like the art style. I like the gameplay. So I just wanted to put you guys on game because Curve Digital does make some fire and they do publish some fire. So yeah, man, look forward to this type of game. It actually looks pretty dope.
Looks cool. I've never seen
pretty
this
dope.
Before.
Yeah, it looks pretty dope, man. So okay, let's go ahead and move on to another game that's potentially also Smoke and Sacrifice is definitely coming to Switch. This one may come to Switch.
This year?
It just said 2018. It's coming out this year. So I'm assuming that it's probably going to come out on the other consoles as well as the Switch at the same time frame. Whenever they release the reveal date and all that stuff, then, we'll be able to know. But for now, it's just an ominous 2018. Okay. So the next game potentially coming to the Nintendo Switch is an indie RTS currently on PC called Tooth and Nail, which is actually a really popular RTS. Tooth and Tail, sorry. Which is actually a pretty popular RTS on the PC. But yeah, man, apparently they're taking steps towards making it happen. So somebody on Twitter, they added Tooth and Tail and said, any update on Tooth and Tail? Any update on Tooth and Tail coming to Nintendo Switch? Been waiting to play this, and it seems that it would translate well to console control wise. And then the Tooth and Tail Twitter response was, took a step towards making it happen today. So it actually seems like it's definitely coming. If they making steps for it to come today.
It's on PS4, it looks like.
Oh, it is? Okay, so it is also on the
I'm
PS4.
watching the trailer on the PS4 YouTube page.
Okay, I didn't know it was on console already. So it could potentially be coming to the Nintendo Switch as well. So the next game that's coming to the Nintendo Switch is also a very popular RPG on the PC called Pillars of Eternity 2. And it says that it's coming. I don't think it actually has a release date. I think it's just coming. Oh, it says coming later this year. Sorry, guys. So it is coming later this year. Published by THQ Nordic. So I guess I'll play like a little short clip of the trailer. It looks really cool, man. I've been wanting to play this game forever, but I just haven't bitten the bullet. But maybe since I could play it anywhere at work and in my bed and on the TV if I want to, I might actually scoop it.
He stepped on my house. How dare he?
So yeah, if you like RTSs, look forward to this. Or,
I was just laughing at the video of it because some foot stepped on the house. I'm like, that's my house, my dude. What the hell?
Oh, snap.
This looks nice. I like the this gameplay on
which
video
one?
below.
Which one?
The game that you're talking about right now.
Oh, Pillars of Eternity?
Mm-hmm.
I love games like this, to be honest. Like, I truly do. I don't stream them, though, because, like, they're kind of boring to, like, watch.
Yeah,
they're super fun to play. I love RTS games. Anyway, so another thing in the rumor pipeline. Some of this might be interesting to some of y'all. There was a rumor.
Like, fuck your couch and threw him down, huh?
there was a rumor.
Oh God.
This week that supposedly Crash Bandicoot's Insane Trilogy is coming to the Nintendo Switch. Okay?
Oh my.
Rumor.
Crash.
Rumor.
I can't with y'all. Oh my God.
Just saying.
So the article goes on to say that Activision will be releasing it on PC and Nintendo Switch later this year. Our sources have heard, and this is from Eurogamer who's saying this. There's no mention of an Xbox One version, but it's not ruled out. Activision has yet to comment. So, how y'all feel about the...
PlayStation can keep this shit. This game sucks.
Yeah, I've never been a Crash Bandicoot
They got
fan.
fire-ass commercials, though, right, hip-hop gamer?
I'm not gonna lie, I've never been a Crash... Like, I tried, like... I never had a PS1, but my cousins had a PS1, and one of the games they had was Crash Bandicoot.
I'm sorry.
I didn't grow to love it. I'll say it like that.
Like,
I didn't grow to love it.
Like Alex was saying, like, just funny wise, like the commercials back in the day were hilarious, but that's about all I know about it.
Commercials were good. That was
I mean, I never really actually played the game. Only the one time when it was on another game called, what was it, Uncharted or something? So I mean, you know.
As far as platforming goes, it's on the level of mediocre.
I mean, I don't know.
I never played the Insane Trilogy, so I don't really know. I don't know what the Insane Trilogy has to offer. But the first one, I did try to play the first Crash, and I wasn't really feeling it. So, like,
there's a lot of people saying there's a couple of little issues with the Insane Trilogy. Maybe they fix that if they decided to bring it over before, but. Yeah, I don't think it's not gonna do well. It's going up against Mario. Nah, you might want to keep that.
I mean, I'm never gonna say no to more games. It's just not my flavor.
It's not my flavor, but I'm just saying, why would you bring a game that's gonna get murdered to a Mario platform?
Well, this would be
like
Activision's first game on the Switch, other than Skylanders.
I don't really know. Like, if they brought Crash to the Switch, I don't really know.
You got Mario, you got Donkey Kong, you got Kirby's, you got all kinds of different platforms.
Like Nintendo's
Donkey Kong.
Nintendo don't need more platformers. We got plenty.
Yeah, and like Nintendo's bringing their own platformers. Like, maybe if there was like a time period when it was like Zelda and like Fighters, when it wasn't like a whole lot of platformers out, but like now Nintendo's bringing like their really fire platformers.
Nintendo's dropping their platformers. So
so
they should like if they're gonna bring it over, they should have done it long before Mario Odyssey.
Look at this dollar store Mario. He can't compete.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God! Stop.
All right, so we're gonna move on before anybody in the chat's feelings get hurt, because I know a lot of y'all out there like Crash Bandicoot.
You need hoops to play this crap. Let's go.
Oh my God!
Oh my gosh! Freaking Alex! Oh my God!
Remember, send all your hate to Active Zen Gaming.
Send all of your hate mail to Active Zen Gaming.
What I do?
Man, Crash is a lot of people's childhood, and you crap it all over.
They had a bad childhood then.
Oh no!
Oh no! All your hate gaming for real. I have nothing to do with this.
All I'm gonna say is it's not my flavor. I'm not gonna crap on the game.
I'm just gonna. Nah, I didn't crap on the game. I just never played it.
Why are they talking about Sega?
Great commercials though.
Sega's irrelevant, just like Xbox. Cut it out. Talk about Nintendo, guys.
So. Next rumor is that the next Call of Duty is supposed to be Black Ops 4, and it might also be coming to the Switch.
Yeah!
So, let's go ahead and read this article real quick. Rumors are swirling around that the next game in a Call of Duty franchise is Black Ops 4, which I'm actually okay with because I love the Black Ops
Black Ops
line.
is the best series now.
Like, Black Ops 2 was fire. Black Ops 3 I actually liked a whole lot, even though a lot of people thought it was too futuristic, but I actually really liked that.
The campaign sucked. The online was good, though.
Yeah, man. I ain't played the campaign, to be honest. Anyway, it could be making its way to the Nintendo Switch. I don't play the campaign of shooters. I ain't gonna lie. The news was picked up by Marcus Sellers, who Video Game Charts 24/7 says was correct in predicting Labo and Dark Souls for Nintendo Switch. As always, this is a rumor, so we shall have to wait and see. So he was right about Labo and Dark Souls. So hey, so let's see. So he says that Call of Duty 2018 is Black Ops 4 and is coming to PlayStation 4, Xbox, PC, and Switch. It is set in modern times and is boots on the ground. For those of you guys out there who are sticklers for boots on the ground, Black Ops 4 is supposedly boots on the ground. The Switch version will support DLC, HD Rumble, and motion controls. The Switch version is the Switch version is also getting ported by a company that's just familiar with Call of Duty games. Do y'all think this is a true yes or no? What is the likelihood of the truth?
I mean, I can see it happening and not happening, so it's like a 50-50. It's like if so, yeah. If not, whatever.
I think it's probably
it's possible. But it's possible.
Activision hasn't released anything. They really stuck by that wait and see thing.
They really do.
They really did. So they're kind of late to the party.
It's undeniable at this point that the Switch is successful. And you can see basically all the games that are getting released are selling well enough. Yeah. So I think we will get caught because they do have a dedicated Nintendo team to make Call of Duty games.
They do.
And they're basically paying those guys to sit on their ass. So they might as well make a game.
Might as well.
Activision. One thing that I can say about Activision is they are a little bit more open-minded than EA.
Yeah.
If they see that an install base is growing and that there's money to be made, they gonna jump.
They'll put it there.
They gonna jump.
You just gotta remember.
I can give them credit for their wait and see.
If you remember during the Wii generation, they still made games for the.
They still made games for the Wii.
And that was a huge power disparity compared to the 360 and PS3.
Yeah.
They basically had to make separate games just.
And it won't be like that for the Switch.
Yeah. With the Wii U, they made 2 games, but then the console flopped, so they stopped. Like, we get it. I understand that.
That makes sense.
But like with the Switch, like they can have the same version. They would just be a little dumbed down. That's all.
Yeah, it'd just be ugly. That's all.
And personally, I would get it on the Switch, even though I have all the consoles and stuff. I like the Call of Duty online community for Nintendo. I played a lot of Black Ops 2 during the Wii U, and it was.
It's not as toxic as the other.
It's not as toxic. Like
less toxic.
When before
they talk shit, sure, but
the reason it's less toxic is because the kids play on Xbox and PlayStation.
Yeah.
Or adults that play on Nintendo.
I remember when my I had an ex-boyfriend who played Call of Duty, and I wasn't into Call of Duty at this time, but he used to play Call of Duty Hard Body on the Wii, and he always had, like, I used to watch him play it. He always had a smooth, chill experience. Like, it was never like no crazy
stay back,
stuff.
talk and chill.
You know what I'm saying?
Ain't no stupid 10-year-olds screaming nonsense. Like, well, of course there is some, but like it's nowhere near as bad.
It's nowhere near as bad. And plus, like when you're talking shit with one another, it's more just fun.
Over the years, I played a lot of Call of Duty on both Xbox and then Wii U. It's completely different.
Yeah, it is.
Like on Xbox, it's mostly screaming kids and idiots. But on Wii U, it's mostly like adults just wanting to play a game.
Like, yo, we just want to play a game. You trying to play or not? You know what I'm saying? Like that.
Right. I ain't got time for all that BS.
Hoping it does come to the Switch. Black Ops is the best series for Call of Duty now. So yeah, hopefully it's true. We'll see.
Yeah, I think Black Ops, the Black Ops series has more W's, I think.
Yeah.
Than any
Black
other
Ops
like.
Kicked ass, Black Ops 2 kicked ass. Black Ops 3 is kind of a step down, but if Black Ops 4 is back to boots on the ground, I think that's going to be really good.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I didn't mind the whole, like, jumping on the walls. But I like Titanfall, so I have Titanfall for that. So I ain't really, I ain't tripping, you know what I'm saying?
Titanfall does it better.
Yeah, I have Titanfall for that. So I ain't really tripping about, if they take that out of Black Ops 4. I just like the series still.
I hope they started boots on the ground. That's what people want it for.
Yeah, and I liked Black Ops 2 as well before they added all that stuff. So I know that Black Ops 4 would be a
Black
good
Ops
game,
2 I thought was the best Call of Duty game.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna move on to our very last topic of tonight, and
the LinkedIn lurker.
Oh my gosh! So while we are talking about our main topic of tonight, you guys need to go ahead and hit that Discord link right now and add your questions to the questions chat. That is the only way that we will be answering questions. We will not be picking questions from the chat. We will only be picking them from Discord. So go to Discord right now, or at least start thinking of your questions, because when we're done with this topic, we are going right into questions. All right. So I want to make that clear, because sometimes people don't be understanding. So, last topic of tonight. So those of you guys who are very familiar with Dr. Trey 81 in this community,
What it do, bro? Talk of the town.
Alex, let me get through this, man. God dang.
I'm just reminding them who he is.
So, Dr. Trey, like, whatever you want to say about this man does his research, man, and I can't discredit him for that.
Play games.
Stop, Alex. Gosh. This guy, freaking A.
Send all your hate, Zach.
Oh my god. So anyway, man does his research. He was lurking around on LinkedIn and he found a little bit of information. Hey, that's what he was doing. He was lurking around on LinkedIn. So
AFK.
Oh my gosh. So he was lurking around on LinkedIn and some information came about that has become big news. Like everybody's been reporting on this big news.
Even Game Explain, they got his name wrong.
Yeah, Game Explain talked about it. Freaking Nintendo everything. Go Nintendo. Everybody's talking about it. So, apparently, Bandai Namco is working on a couple of unannounced games. One of which is an unannounced IP, first-person shooter / adventure exclusive to the Nintendo Switch. The next one is Ace Combat 7, which is tight. And then the next one is Ridge Racer 8, which is supposed to be exclusive to the Nintendo Switch.
How strange.
The one that most people care about is the one about the unannounced IP first-person shooter adventure. The speculation is that this game is actually Metroid Prime 4. If you guys remember, back after they announced it at E3 last year, sometime after that, there was reports that Nintendo Retro Studios was not going to be working on Metroid Prime 4, and that it was going to be a Japanese team that Nintendo cultivated that will be making the next Metroid. So there's a lot of back and forth on what this means. So I guess we could do this round table. I have y'all want to do that. Do y'all think that this means that this is Metroid, or do you think it's just something completely different that they're making? And how do y'all feel about Bandai Namco being the ones making it if this is true?
Alright, for me, Metroid. I mean, I don't know. I don't feel any particular kind of way if Bandai makes it, I guess, because I'm probably not gonna play it. But, interesting. And I just don't care. I'm sorry, I don't care. I don't. Rumors. I hate rumors.
Yeah, rumors they're kind of whatever. All right, Alex, how you feel about it, man?
It's cool that the lurker found something interesting for once.
Oh my God,
wow.
Bandai Namco unannounced IP. That's the thing where I'll put the tweet up here, guys. Rob of Rule of Two Review, our good buddy here, he saw it too, and he made a good point. I didn't even really think about this, where it says unannounced IP, but Metroid 4 has been announced.
Yeah, true.
So I thought we already kind of knew Bandai Namco was making Metroid, because that rumor popped up like right after the game was announced. So like in my head, I had just already assumed this was a thing. But I guess they just recently updated this. Yeah. Maybe it's Metroid. I personally would rather it be an unannounced IP, because as far as I know, Bandai Namco doesn't make that many shooting games.
Yeah,
right?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. I've never really known for them to make a shooter.
And then they got Ace Combat 7. Is that coming to Switch? No, that's for PS4.
Yeah, it says PS4 and PS4 VR.
Ridge. Well, we found out Ridge Racer 8's coming.
Ridge Racer.
That's coming, so that's cool. But as far as Metroid goes, maybe they're making it. But there's just this little part here. Look, we don't know when this was updated, because maybe nobody had noticed. Maybe they wrote this in before Metroid was announced. Or maybe they just haven't changed it yet. If it is for an unannounced IP, that means that's cool. That means there's a new game on the way. Something that's we have no idea about, that happens to be a first-person shooter / adventure game. And it's going to be for the Nintendo Switch. But again, like it definitely could be Metroid because Metroid is a first-person shooter / adventure game, which will be
like
exclusive
that / adventure game is like okay, that's kind of a red flag.
Yeah,
because like there's like a lot of discussion about whether or not Metroid is actually a first-person shooter or whether it's just a first-person like adventure game.
Right.
So that kind of gives me like a red flag. As far as what I think, it's possible. Because Bandai Namco and Nintendo are like hella close. Like they're so
make Smash.
Yeah, like they're so close. They let them make Smash Brothers. So, but at the same time, it makes more sense for Nintendo to let Bandai Namco make Smash because they make so many fighters.
They make a lot of fighting games.
They just came out with another bomb ass fighter, Dragon Ball Fighters. They're bringing back Soul Calibur, so it makes sense for them to partner for Smash. With this whole first person thing though, I mean I'm the only person in Team Red that actually has played Metroid and plays Metroid, and I'm kind of what Alex was saying, like I'm looking at like their repertoire right now, and it ain't really a whole lot of shooters on here, so I'm not really gonna say that I'm concerned because Bandai Namco is a very capable developer, but it's just like I have no basis on what to expect if this is true, if that makes sense.
We don't have anything to use as a reference for their kind of quality for a shooting / adventure.
Exactly, but
again, that doesn't really mean anything.
It doesn't mean anything.
We've seen studios that focus on a specific kind of
True.
like Horizon.
Like Guerrilla, Guerrilla
example.
Games. That's a perfect
They made
example.
a bunch of shitty shooting games, and then they went and made a Horizon, where I feel Horizon's a terrible game, but a lot of people love Horizon. But you can see them switching genres, and they did a good job, right? So that's not to say Bandai Namco can't make a good Metroid game. It's just like we don't have anything to base it off of.
Yeah, that's kind of like the main thing. And Arfan Ali is saying in the chat, he says that Bandai Namco Singapore is actually a new studio and they haven't done anything yet. So a lot of developers there are from
new branch.
Like apparently they're from that canceled Star Wars game 1313.
Oh.
So now that adds an interesting dynamic.
Okay, that's a different twist now.
So they're fired devs from EA.
They're like devs, I guess, that were working on their project and are now working at Namco Bandai.
They are hiring, apparently, according to their website.
So it's literally a whole new. Okay, I believe it now.
It's a brand new studio.
I believe it now because Nintendo said it was gonna be a whole new team. I believe it now. I think I believe it because like that adds a whole new. Thank you for that, Arfan. That's a whole
that
new
helps
thing.
out. That'll put the puzzle piece together nicely.
Well, considering that this is a rumor, like there's not really a whole lot to say about that. It's kind of like one of those kind of things we have to wait and see. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna move on to these questions, okay? So look at freaking Mega posting random stuff in the questions section. What the?
I know. What the hell?
I would delete it, but he probably worked real hard to find that link.
Who? What?
Mega.
Oh,
Mega. Oh my god.
So yeah, I'm deleting it. Oh,
Alright.
He probably wasn't paying attention.
Yeah.
That goes in the general chat, Mega, not the questions chat.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. So let's go ahead and let's take these questions, okay? So the first question is from Muhammad Alavi. He says, if you could only have one virtual console game from each Nintendo console, what would... Now that is an interesting twist on a virtual console question.
You can only have one?
One from each console. What would it be? That's a great question, Muhammad.
If you can only have one virtual console game from
each Nintendo console, what would it be?
No, I don't know. Super Nintendo, mine would be Super Mario World.
Ooh, I don't know. I got that game so many times, bro. I have it on the Wii.
For the Wii U, if they can make it, make me believe it. Xenoblade Chronicles X. If they can make me feel like I'm in a Zell, in one of those freaking thingies, Scout.
I hear y'all.
I don't care. I'm gonna make one. I want them to make it one.
Okay, I'm gonna try this. Because this is actually an interesting question.
Yeah.
For the original Nintendo.
Are we doing Nintendo games only or like third party?
He said for the virtual console, so I'm assuming it could be any game. Because virtual console game is not only limited to Nintendo.
Yeah, that's what I was asking.
For the original NES, I must say it. I want Star Tropics. I do have that game still too on the Wii. I do have it. Star Tropics. I want that. On the Super Nintendo, man. Freak, this is hard. But I'm going to have to say, because I ain't got this one already, Super Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island. I'm in a real Yoshi mood lately, so I'm rocking with that for the Super Nintendo. That was a great game. Yeah. For the N64. Ooh, for the N64. Freak. Wow. Ooh. This is hard.
GoldenEye.
You know what? Low key, I would probably play that again if it has some online. That was the game of my childhood. Bro, if it has some online, like, yeah, probably. All right, let's go with GoldenEye. All right, 64 GoldenEye. Okay, GameCube. Oh, freak. GameCube. Double Dash. GameCube Double Dash. For the Wii, if it could be any game, I would say Red Steel 2. Ubisoft, go on and do that thing, man. Give it to us on the Virtual Console. For the Wii U, I'm gonna have to co-sign with Coupon. Xenoblade Chronicles X, please and thank you.
Okay. For me, NES, gotta be Super Mario Brothers 3.
Oh yes, that's a good one. Yes.
And then Super Nintendo already said Super Mario World. The 64 gonna be GoldenEye. Or Star Fox. I don't know, they're both so good.
I mean, 64, I kind of want Star Fox for 64.
That's Star Fox. Oh.
And Perfect Dark. Oh, so good. Diddy Kong Racing. Oh my god.
Oh, so much fire.
That console's too good.
So much fire. This is so much fire.
Mario Kart 64, another banger. Banjo-Kazooie. Oh, there's too many.
That's so much fire, man. You gotta choose one though.
I'm gonna go for GoldenEye. I'm gonna say GoldenEye.
All right.
The GameCube. I never owned a GameCube. I honestly don't care. But I'll say Wind Waker, I guess.
There's a lot of games I didn't play on the GameCube.
Yeah. Well, I'll go with Wind Waker, even though I can get it elsewhere. But whatever.
Yeah.
The Wii. What do I like on the Wii? Sucks.
I know the Wii wasn't your favorite, so.
I hate the Wii.
I love my Wii, man. For real.
I like my Wii too, but a different one.
Wow.
Mario Galaxy. Let's go with Mario Galaxy.
Safe
bet. And Wii U, I'm already getting all of them on my Switch, so that's...
Oh, yes. Yes. All right, so the next question, it says, question for Fly from the Inside. Do you think if Sakurai got a protege, he would teach that protege to be just as biased as he is when choosing which characters that deserve to be in Smash Brothers?
He's like, Sakurai, I'm putting in the ice climbers. I'm firing.
Nah. They don't.
You can only choose these characters.
Man, I don't know. I feel like Sakurai does a pretty good job of putting people in Smash. I think there's a pretty good roster, like a really good roster.
He has a pretty varied roster. I don't.
Yeah, like who would have ever thought that we would see freaking Wii Fit Trainer in Smash Brothers?
Like what the hell was that when that was
announced? I wish he would be a little more open to having indie characters though.
Yeah.
Like Shovel Knight and Shantae and
they definitely need to be in there.
Big ones, right?
Maybe Shantae could come to Brawl Out.
Yeah.
No, put her in the better one. Stop.
She deserves it. She's been rocking with Nintendo since like
she's a Nintendo character now. She needs
basically
to be in Smash, quite frankly. Let's write a petition. Somebody do it now.
But yes,
Shantae and Smash.
He would definitely make his protege as bad as he is.
Oh my gosh. Bad Latency says, do you think that...
Oh, hey, Bad Latency.
Do you think that Cass stepped down from Sony so he could join the Switch game for Ridge Racer?
Probably.
Unfortunately, no, because he's still the chairman of Sony, so he's not going nowhere.
He sat down to go up.
That's hilarious. Muhammad Alawi has another question. What type of game do you think another Smash / Nintendo could work well in? Maybe like a PUBG style battle royale or a MOBA. Ooh.
So like
I would like to see a Splatoon battle royale, straight up.
Oh, for real.
Or that Morpheus Law one.
100-player Smash.
100-player Smash.
100-player Smash. No, ace-player Smash is already.
You know what? A Nintendo Smash like MOBA could probably be hot fire, to be honest.
You know what they could do though? They could make Splatoon into a PUBG mode.
They
could. They
could just change it so instead of spraying ink, you get paintballs instead.
Yeah, they could. Like
that's definitely doable.
Well, they got all the different weapons anyway, so I mean.
The Switch Online handle it though. That's the only thing.
True.
They don't see it September.
Well, I don't know. We'll find out.
MOBA. I don't know.
MOBA would be like very MOBA would be actually tight.
Can you imagine like a League of Legends but with Nintendo characters?
That would be tight.
Like that.
That would be tight. That would actually be pretty tight.
Characters for it too.
Yeah, like if it was fashion like Paragon, where the perspective was like behind the character.
Yeah, I would like that. That would be awesome.
That would be tight. I like
Hey,
that.
Epic, since you guys giving up Paragon, how about you hand over some of those ideas to Nintendo, yeah?
For real.
Like, they shat on their whole fucking people.
Matthew Pipe says, besides Waluigi, which lesser, unpopular, unknown Nintendo character that's not from the Mario series would you love to get some recognition?
First of all,
he is not
Waluigi is not a lesser character.
A lesser character. He is a suave, debonair SOB.
That's hilarious. Right. Oh my gosh.
With good hair, might I add.
Perfect hair.
And no other character matters besides Waluigi.
Thank you.
If we're talking about recognition.
Talking mess about my man. How dare you?
Oh my god. Well, as far as unknown characters for me that I want to see get some love that's not from the Mario series,
Captain Falcon.
Okay.
I just want to see him.
I'm not
talking about him.
He gets love in Smash Brothers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he gets love in Smash Brothers.
That's just in one location.
Fucking Waluigi's a damn trophy. Come on.
That's true.
I would say, but he already has a new-ish game, well, new enough. Freaking Pit. I'm talking about Pit. Like, I want another Kid Icarus game.
That's true.
But he's probably talking about like somebody that's like a character
like
that doesn't have a game.
That's under the radar type of sidebar character.
I can't think of anybody. Birdo, yeah, maybe.
Birdo, but he's from the Mario thing.
Oh yeah, Birdo is from the Mario. Yeah,
he is from Mario.
Birdo is from Mario.
We can't choose Mario World.
No, you can't be a Mario.
No character. Mario universe.
Oh, then who cares?
Oh. You
hit it. Fuck about side characters.
It's like, well, it's like every like if it ain't Mario universe, who gives a shit? Because it's like, what?
What are the stupid animals from Animal Crossing? Who fucking cares?
Oh my gosh.
I mean, I don't know. I'll tell you this. It's not like she ain't a lesser character, and she has her own fucking game.
Actually,
named after her, but you never get to play as her or see her side of the story or anything called Zelda. When you don't see her shit. How about that?
I want that.
A Zelda game where you actually
I want to see what's going on her side of the map. When he doing his little business, what is she doing over here dressed up as Sheik or whatever the hell else she's doing or sleeping for 10,000 years?
But she's not really lesser known though.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I said. She's not lesser known or nothing. I'm just saying I would like to see.
Oh, I can't even say it because she's part of Mario. I was going to say Pauline.
Yeah. Mario just has so many good like little side characters.
He
Mario
does.
series has the best side characters.
Yeah, I have to agree with that. I do.
Yeah, it does.
I don't know, if we're talking about Pokemon, I would like Squirtle to get his own game, but he's not really lesser known though.
Yeah. Matthew, I said Pit. Like, I literally just said Pit.
Yeah, she said Pit.
Alright, so the next question is... Nintendo trivia question. What platform did Animal Crossing first debut on? Wasn't it like a Game Boy Advance or something like that? I thought it was like a handheld, right? It was a handheld?
It started as handheld. I think.
No, it started on the Nintendo. I think it was the 64 or it was.
Was it the 64?
I think it was the 64, Nintendo 64 or the GameCube. One of those two. Animal Crossing started on.
Okay.
Well, if it was on,
it started on N64.
Okay, because if it was on the GBA, it had to have been on something prior to the GameCube because the GBA. Yeah, because
the only reason I remember that is because some weird freaking commercial during the time of the 64 that I'm like, what is this and why?
The 64 had fire commercials.
Yeah, the 64 did have some fire commercials.
That's why I was like, what
Smash Brothers commercial is the best commercial.
That Smash Brothers commercial, man.
Yep.
All right, so TZ says, I have a question for Alex. Oh god.
Oh no.
Which game is more relevant? Crash Bandicoot's Insane Trilogy or Kirby Star Allies? He's really trolling right now.
Which is more relevant?
Yes.
Oh, Kirby Star Allies. Get that Crash trash out of here.
Oh my gosh.
Straight garbage.
I would love for them to bring back Duck Hunt. I already told y'all on Twitter, if they make a new Duck Hunt with Nintendo Labo, I'm gonna make me a cardboard in Zapper, and I'm copping.
I'm getting me one.
I don't care. I'm copping it. Duck Hunt, a cardboard Nintendo Zapper? My G, it's time to get it in.
Stop sending these stupid questions. I'm gonna keep deleting them.
I'm gonna answer it.
What question was it? What was the question? I missed it. I missed it.
You're asking about real. No, we ain't got time for that.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so T-Dude also asked, did you know that Tatusia, I guess that's not what he tried to say, I guess. The World's End With You, Nomura, is one of the 40 members involved in making Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Yes, I did know that. If the rumor is true, do you think that Treyarch will be involved in making Call of Duty Black Ops 4 for the Switch? Treyarch is probably making it. Treyarch is probably making it.
Nomura is one of the 40 members involved with Xenoblade.
Has anyone seen the overview trailer for Bayonetta 1 and 2 from Nintendo UK's YouTube channel? I have not, but like we've already played it, so it's like why don't
I've
I
already
see
played those games, so I don't need to see a trailer.
Yeah.
So I don't need to make a video getting hyped about it either.
Yeah, like don't get me wrong, like I'm probably scooping Bayonetta 1 and 2 again, but I'm not excited for it.
Yeah, I'm getting it. I'm just saying I'm not going to make a live reaction.
Yeah, like we've played Bayonetta 1 and 2 already. Like we know what to expect from the game. I don't really know why everybody's making this seem like this is new information.
Any of you in this goddamn chat, on my side or Nia's side, that have not played
Y'all played it.
I swear to God, if you don't buy this game, I'm going to ban you from this fucking chat.
The only people who should be new to Bayonetta 1 and 2 are the people who didn't get a Wii U.
Yes.
So... I mean, anyway, so I think that we're done with questions.
No, Nick has a question.
Because Nick is, I don't know what he's doing.
He's trolling is what he's doing, but that's fine. I know what the question was.
I need to see it so I can read it.
His question was, when is Real going to stop ducking him?
He sound like
probably never, because Real is scared to face Nick in any fighting game, apparently.
Oh, man. That's messed up. Alright, so this is gonna be the last question from Muhammad Alawi. This is gonna be the last one, and then we gotta get up out of here because y'all doing the most. With the success of Samus Returns, could we see more Nintendo IPs getting outsourced on occasion? It's already happening, buddy. Mario X Rabbids has already been outsourced. Metroid is being outsourced. They low-key doing it right now with the mobile stuff because DNA is doing a lot of those. They kind
of sort of outsourced Legend of Zelda with helping out, so
well, Monoliths is still under the umbrella.
Kinda, it's still under them, but it's kind of sort of.
But yeah, I feel what you're saying. Like they're getting more comfortable
they're getting
with
extra
people to range.
Yeah, they need to because they know they have to keep pumping out the first.
They gotta pump out these games. They gotta keep people interested and keep the things going. Gotta keep going. Gotta go fast.
True. But since Metroid Samus Returns did so well, I could definitely see them. I'll say this: giving other people the IPs that they ain't too bothered to make.
Yeah,
because they've been sitting on Metroid a long time, and they finally gave the reins to Mercury Steam, and they did a great job. So, and then apparently they're giving the reins to Prime 4 to Bandai Namco, maybe.
They gotta stop fucking around and just letting those guys that make Fast Racing Neo make an F-Zero.
Just let them do it.
Just let them do it.
Game so these guys can shut the hell up and get their stupid F-Zero.
Do you think okay, I'll put it like this. Shiden is a very esteemed indie developer. That being said, they're still indie. Do you think that Nintendo would trust an indie game maker to make one of their games?
Nobody buys F-Zero anyways. What does it matter?
I mean, I understand that, but like the people they've been partnering with are like, established. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I think that they're getting.
They don't give a shit about the franchise anywhere. Hell, they let Sega make one. They don't give a fuck.
Damn! But apparently that's the best one. Let Sega make it.
That was a fluke.
Oh damn! I guess as long as it's not Sega team, then they can make a game. So
yeah, as long as it's not the Sonic team, those guys can make.
Oh yeah, the Sonic team. My bad, Sonic team.
Sonic team
has its own dedicated team, and they still
suck.
They still suck.
They need to let the person who made Sonic Mania just be the director of like the whole Sonic team.
Right?
Yeah, basically.
Because that one dude made like a better game than a whole
like,
team.
He makes that whole team look bad.
Very bad.
They
had to snatch him up real fast.
Yeah,
They're
but
like, who's this dude making us look bad? Let's go get him.
But if Nintendo gave Shannon some bread, some money, and was like, "Hey, go make a F-Zero," they would smash it.
They would smash it. I think it would sell.
Their game is basically F-Zero.
It's basically F-Zero.
Without the characters.
If it just had the skin, if it had the F-Zero skin, shit you not, people would be
like all they would have to do is add in Captain Falcon, add in some sort of story mode, and boom, you have F-Zero.
Exactly.
Done.
Ruby Sakurai. It don't matter if Sonic Forces sold well or not. The game was
Did it sell 9 million in 2 months like Mario Odyssey? If not,
dang. I understand I understand that not everything is not for everybody. But Sonic Mania is just objectively a better game, and one dude made it.
That's all. It's just one game is better than the other. Doesn't mean that they.
It's one game that's drastically better than the other.
So the dude who made Sonic Mania needs to just get on the team and just show them how to make a Sonic game.
Sonic team is terrible. They don't know what they're doing.
I mean, because my thing with the whole Sonic stuff is that they constantly keep bringing back classic Sonic to all these freaking modern Sonic games, and it's like, if you want to do classic Sonic, do it the way that Sonic Mania was done, and leave freaking modern Sonic to his own devices. We don't need them both together. They get old.
That being said, Sonic Generations was actually pretty good.
Yeah, Sonic Generations was great. After that, stop. We're done. We don't need it no more. It's like now we got to do all this extra curricular crap, like, dude,
every Sonic game sells well because that fan base doesn't care.
They don't give a shit. They have no standards. They just buy whatever.
This is one of the worst fan bases. They have zero standards, which is why Sonic is in the state that he's in. Because they don't fucking. They won't criticize.
They won't criticize Sega for none of this shit, and that's the problem. If you start criticizing tell them what you really want, you would get great games.
The Sonic team's so lost. They're hyping up building your own fucking character, and that's like the main feature of the game. Like, these guys don't know what to do anymore.
Savage.
Well, everybody got their freaking special character now.
That is savage. Oh my
put that game up against Odyssey, it's like a 1 out of 10 and a 10 out of 10. Fucking ridiculous.
Alright, so we're gonna wrap this up because this is turning into a Sega team roast. A Sonic team roast.
A Sonic team roast.
But before we bounce, I want to give some shout outs. I'm going to be doing some shout outs from Alex's chat as well as my chat. So I want to give some shout outs to Ruby Sakurai, Jerry Totten, Muhammad Alavi, Inglorious Bastards, Liu Kang, Gamer Nick, Unforgiven, Matthew Pipes. I want to give some shout outs to Tony Kaname Curon, M Prime, Paid Enthusiast, Mad Queen, my girl up in here, Omega Fire, Arfan Ali, Keith Norris. If I missed your name, guys, I really do apologize. Thank you guys for making the chat lively. You guys keep it popping for us every week. So now we're gonna go ahead and do our outros and bounce up out of here. So Alex, why don't you go ahead and start us off, man?
What's going on, everyone? Here's another episode of Team Red Talks Nintendo. We got the LinkedIn Lurker giving us the brand new news.
The LinkedIn Lurker is giving us the tea, y'all.
LinkedIn Lurker strikes again.
That sounds so great.
And that is the funniest nickname, and I'll never stop calling him that. But we have some Metroid news from the LinkedIn Lurker. And there's some cool info we had today. But I'm going to go play some more Shadow of Colossus after eating dinner. But this was a fun podcast, guys. And hopefully one day Sonic can match up with Mario once again.
Oh.
Probably not though, because they suck.
Whoa, Ruby is roasted in the chat, bro.
Stop it. Leave that person alone.
Oh, Ruby, man. You gotta chill. Mad. You gotta chill.
She's mad.
Oh
it's
my
okay.
God.
Nobody's attacking you personally. It's just the fan base, so.
I am.
Oh no. She
said, there you go. Send all your hatred to Active Sin Gaming as usual.
They have no standards.
She said, "Don't think we're that stupid, Alex. We're not Nintendo fans. Those shots, though."
You mean the same Nintendo fans that have 10
out
of 10 Game of the Year games in the same year?
Right?
Where Sega is now out of the console business and Sonic is dying and he needs
a slow and painful death.
And like the one named Shadow said, like the Nintendo fans who demanded better of the Metroid franchise.
Exactly. That guy made the best point ever. Federation Force is the perfect example of what I'm talking about. Metroid fans said, fuck that game. They told Nintendo over and over, this game is dog shit, except for those weirdos who like to defend everything. And then what happens? You get a real Metro. Not only one, you get 2 Metro games that are traditional on the way. And that's because they asked for a proper game. Whereas Sonic fans are just, oh, this is great. I love it.
Guys, you get to create your character. I can be in the Sega universe.
I get to finally make my own furry. Oh my
God. I
keep
saying Sega, Sonic universe.
This is not an outro.
Anyway, alright. Coupon, thank you for keeping us on track.
While I was doing an outro. So
back on track.
Thank you for keeping us on track.
Oh, damn, Alex, don't attack the handicap.
No, okay, anyway,
I can't condone that one, man. I can't condone that.
Like usual, send all your hate to Actors in Gaming. But if you would like to watch somebody who's a little more down to earth, doesn't attack people so readily, maybe you can hang on over to the Struggle Game, where you can come see me and Coupon Strives.
That segue.
You can catch me on Facebook and on YouTube at Coupon Strives. So you can get me at Coupon on Twitch and Twitter. I'll probably finish up the Persona so me and Alex can gab about it, because I heard there's some craziness that happened at the end. And then I'm going to go ahead and be getting on this Shadow of the Colossus, because yes, I need to see the beauty. I haven't opened it even yet. It's still in this beautiful plastic. I'm going to open it and everything and then put it into the disc and all that stuff at the same time. So you get to see me unbox it and put it in and then start
Join the Discord.
Join the Discord. We talk a lot you know what it is.
Nick, you better buy that. You better buy that shirt, Nick.
I literally hate y'all. Like y'all are wild.
Okay.
Y'all are wild. And then Coupon with that smooth segue and advertising, oh my god, y'all
get on out of here.
Y'all are some savages.
What is this shirt?
All right, so let me go ahead and get my outro and get out of here, man. Oh my god, I can't. I can't. Okay. My name is Nia, the video game her, and these are my co-hosts, y'all. These are them every week, 24/7. This is them. And I love them. I promise I do. Oh my god. Alright. So you can find me on Twitter at The Video Game Her. You can find me on YouTube at The Video Game Her. You can find me on Twitch at Nia Loves Minty. Make sure that you guys come and check out the Discord. We like to hang out and chill and kick it and talk about gaming up in there. And when we do Mario Kart Madness Monday, it's easier for us to give away prizes when everybody is in the Discord, and we can just find you in Discord. Also, when we're doing our Mario Kart Madness Mondays, it's easier for everybody to link up when we're all in the same central hub. So the Discord is our central hub. I put the link in there earlier today. I'm gonna put the link in here again so that you guys can have it. Yeah, man, go join the Discord, and you will be better for it, and you guys will be able to keep up with what we're doing a little bit better too as well. So anyways, guys, thank you so much for coming to the podcast. It was another good one. Oh my god.
Oh, Kirby's doing his taxes. What is this?
Oh my god.
The Kirby taxes.
The Kirby taxes meme is great. But anyways, y'all, we gonna get up out of here, and we'll holler at y'all later. Peace out.
Peace out.